follow-up, and now On has to flash away.
On, running. Something to follow now. Ruler just going to try to finish the job here. Nice sidestep on the hook. Ruler still standing strong. On gets taken out. The TP now coming in. They want to keep the fight going. Keep your eyes on Elk. Snare. Just the slow from the Aphelios, actually. Using the blue wall, not going to amount to a lot in terms of CC. Xun continuing to step forward. Ben looking for a little bit more. It's Yagao off on the side of the flank. 369 trying to make it out to safety. At least going to get the pull back onto 2. Knight over the wall. Going to land some big damage. Ruler still untouched. Yagao going to land the hook, but the follow-up isn't quite there. Ben finally leaping in. They're trying to kill him, but they can't do it. Ruler, are you kidding me? JDG might just be the best damn team fighting team in the world.
He can't keep getting away with this. Ruler survives with no help.
It does feel like there's a huge amount of protection here for Ruler with Knight now offering that Scott of the look.
Absolutely, but as you say, at the very least, they have some clear points of attack now, right? It's not like Ksante mid, who's just going to be kind of immune to that damage anyway. You can go right at Knight here on the Syndra, and it's going to be up to him to really have great timings on the scatters to actually knock back Nidale out of her pounce, things like that you can pull off that can really negate a lot of that damage. They also can look to attack bot lane, so unlike last time, they have multiple ways to attack because they have a Thresh down there. It is against a Lulu, relatively squishy champion, so a couple avenues of attack. So I do like the draft alongside the Nidale a lot more than I like the previous one, where it was pretty much like only the Lysandra as a pairing and really no good lanes to attack. They have a couple places they can go.
Certainly do. I love, having the Aphelios and Thresh combo there. Yes, Thresh hook isn't always as reliable. If you want to flash flame, maybe, but you have the Aphelios set up. You have the snare. If you can bring the Nidale down, snowball the Nidale, maybe we finally get to see. What Nidale. Kanavi going to walk down. Spotted on Vision is going to realize now that there are no camps left. Nidale had full committed for all 3. Is missing and just trading back and forth on here on the bottom side.
And Kanavi's going to have to try to go into the enemy jungle, see if he can find anything here. Knight will be moving with him because he has gotten the push. So Xun will be pushed back, but I'm not sure that you can fully commit.
Connecting is big right on the Lulu. Like Knight already taking down immediately. Ruler just going to step forward, trying to isolate Elk, trying to keep his support alive. First blood coming in for On. They want to keep this one going. The snare. Not going to be there for Elk quite yet. They're now backing off. Happy to have the first kill. Xun here on the bottom side. The fight stopping for now, but a clean first blood from the side of BLG.
Yeah, that's huge for BLG. Really well played down on that bottom side. They get the first blood. Unfortunately, it did go onto the Thresh. Ruler was getting aggressive on Elk, trying to push him back, but not quite able to do it.
Don coming in on the top side. Been a positive trade, running out of mana, but ahead in health.
Has a biscuit, though, so he just wants to reset the wave, and he just wants the base. He wants to get out of there, and should be able to do it.
These are big wins across the board, though, for BLG. You're controlling your top side. You now have the advantage in bot lane as well. Kanavi's set behind, so when you talk about trying to play through an early game with this Nidale and the Nautilus, this is exactly where you want to be, but maybe not if Ben ends up running into everything.
Trying to get a few more stacks down. They're now pushing in. Ben going to get stunned up, but the Nidale is there as well. They're desperate to try to finish off Ben, but Ben has already walked away. Now pulling back. A clean stun onto 2 from Knight, but who can actually finish a kill? That's Yagao taken out. JDG firing back on the top side jungle.
A massive mistake for Ben. He goes down to face check to see if this Scuttle Crab had been taken and ends up running into the entirety of JDG. Didn't have the mana to really fight her for the next few minutes of action.
And you can see again, Kanavi just right back towards bottom lane, just constantly hovering this matchup. He has seen that's where they're attacking.
Down big though, immediately the Thresh taken out. He cannot lantern himself. Well, he can just for a little shield. Ruler happy to grab that kill.
That looked a little jank. That might have been a little bit of a, all right, well, we're going to hit this one regardless, but nicely done.
Kill at Knight, got him that last chapter, has made the mid lane very uninteractive because he's just going to push waves, he's going to step back. He's not going to risk getting engaged on. So if Knight's not an option, really the only option is Ruler and Missing, and that's why we're seeing Kanavi playing around that so much.
Well, connecting onto Missing, Elk looking for the angle here, can find the root, can find the lockdown. Xun now going to try to follow up with the spear. It's big damage, but not quite able to follow. Xun trying to finish the kill. He's going to grab one, another marked, another root. Not quite available yet. JDG will back away, but a quick pick onto the support. Item, however, Aphelios a bit ahead of the clock. Elk a bit ahead. We know how quickly you can take over if you can force fights around these objectives. And Kanavi again fishing for an angle. A cleanse coming out here. The lantern not quite working out. Ruler finding the kill on Elk. Bit of a caster curse there right as we're talking about it. Ruler finds the angle.
Really nicely done by Kanavi, and now Knight in the mid lane. Xun is trying to get here.
Knock back there. Hook now coming in. Spear connects. Knight's dead in the water. Bit of damage back, but a clean response from BLG.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. The second Yagao manages to get that ultimate down, you can easily finish off Knight. Luden's now completed, but it won't really make a difference as first.
JDG have the initial shot at BLG. Going to walk through the pinch here. Ultra Shock Laser not going to connect. Thresh, is he actually going to Hex Flash over the wall? Dragon getting lower and lower. BLG not interested in the objective, instead potentially interested in the fight, but it's 369 on the backside who might just look to isolate the carry. They're cutting through so quickly. Kanavi's health bar and Bin now looking to lock up 369, but Ruler still untouched. Ruler, the chain lightning starting to come through. He's just doing so much damage. The hook finally going to land, but it's not going to matter. The wild growth is there. The Zeri is just an inevitability. Ruler, an inevitability. How do they keep doing it? JDG, team fight monsters. Bin on the backside. Blinking health bars on Knight and missing. It is all eyes on Bin. If they ever needed Giga Bin, it is certainly now. Xun there as well. The two strong members of BLG corralling JDG, but they can't finish the fight.
It's just the same story.
Lockup was onto Ruler. There's no follow-up, and now On has to flash away.
On, running. Something to follow there. Ruler just going to try to finish the job here. Nice sidestep on the hook. Ruler still standing strong. On gets taken out. The TP now coming in. They want to keep the fight going. Keep your eyes on Elk. Snare. Just the slow from the Aphelios, actually. Using the blue ult, not going to amount to a lot in terms of CC. Xun continuing to step forward. Bin looking for a little bit more. It's Yagao off on the side of the flank. 369 trying to make it out to safety. At least going to get the pull back onto 2. Knight over the wall, going to land some big damage. Ruler still untouched. Yagao going to land the hook, but the follow-up isn't quite there. Bin finally leaping in. They're trying to kill him, but they can't do it. Ruler, are you kidding me? JDG might just be the best damn team fighting team in the world.
He can't keep getting away with this. Ruler survives with no health. Skating backwards, finds the perfect angle again. 7-0-3. The man is gonna go godlike for the 3rd straight game.
The nerfed version. This is a version that's
How
been
many
cut down,
times?
which is why Jinx and Aphelios kind of started to take over, but Ruler just kind of saying, yeah, that's cool, I'm gonna do this anyway. Even with the Jinx banned, they didn't go for it. They were like, hey, look, we're willing to give the Aphelios, Zeri, Lulu, we're happy with this as well.
Now fishing for the angle though, again, Bin on the backside. Keep your eyes on Ruler. Ruler's the one that matters. 369, Bin unspotted as of yet. Will they be able to get onto him? Now they finally see the Jack. The fight's still going. The tanky front line is there. He brings him back into the waiting arms of Ruler. He's now legendary, hand delivered. The ulti from the Aphelios goes wide, but they jump into the backside and they take out the Lulu, but I don't think it matters because Ruler is still uncontested. Xun can't keep going, and Ruler stacking, looking for the angle. 369 with a pullback. He finds it immediately. Elk barely able to make it on Simply. It's Elk versus the world. Can he get this done? Xun with a poke damage will finally get cut down. Elk and On the bottom lane of BLG. The last 2 left standing. They have to try to get it done, but they don't have the damage. They don't have the power, and they certainly don't have Ruler. They're standing tall. They're going to take the dragon.
Questions were asked whether JDG were going to show up at MSI, and they have been silenced. JDG are a fighting machine, and they just won't stop. Shots every so often, even his ult going wide, it made it so hard, and now JDG, they're on to Baron.
On to Baron. What feels like last chance for BLG as JDG get further and further ahead. It has been over the wall. It is Yagao in the pit. Can they make it work? 2K getting lower. A stun is going to be massive. The shutdown of the night could be the start of a perfect fight. Elk waiting over the wall. The Nidale stealing it. Elk untouched. It is time for the Aphelios to shine, but it is Giga Bin in the back line, finding a way to make it work. JDG overstep, and they will be punished. BLG come alive here in the 3rd game.
Just like that, Giga Bin finds his moment. JDG overstep into the Baron pit.
Over to dance around these fights and finding that stun, instantly taking one out, getting the ult on so many people. He was just unkillable. Hook landing is big though. The Lulu already connected on Elk, trying to find the angle on the ultimate, but it won't work.
And again.
Bin on the backside. Has to be watched. The counter strike. Can he fish for it? Xun continuing to step forward. Both teams poking, prodding, fishing for an angle. The hook going to land on the Kanavi. Not an ideal target. We are poised. We are on the cusp of a massive 5v5, but both sides right now just fishing for the angle. 369 continuing to poke. Spheres being laid down by Knight. Ready for the angle. Big sphere on the missing. Ruler continuing to try to find it. The ult's going to go in under Ruler. Bin going to try to isolate that target, but Kanavi there to body block. Kanavi there to keep the Jacks at bay. Ruler ready to fire back. 369 popping the Gargoyle Stone Plate. It's a slow, controlled fight from both sides. We're waiting for it to pop up. A massive hook on a Ruler. Now they're trying to find the angle. 369 to the backside. Ruler backing up. And again, they burned all their CC, and it means Ruler gets to run rampant. If you want to kill a god, you become a god, but they are not close. Ruler making it through the fight, tearing through again. All it took was a moment. All it took was a few cooldowns to fall away, and JDG take the fight.
The missing actually knocks you up out of that jump with your ult, and now back to live.
Kanavi hooked up. Elk free firing for now, but it's just on the Sejuvani. It's a slow extended fight. Kanavi about to get burned down here. They're looking to break through the tank line. They're going to find one. 369 needs to be careful now. Will they fish for the re-engage? Right now, a man advantage for the side of BLG, waiting on cooldowns. waiting for another opportunity to push forward. Maybe going to threaten the Baron here. Big risk. Syndra waiting over the wall, but there's no jungler, there's no smite. Maybe they can get it done. The hook not quite going to connect. Missing, getting lower and lower. These spears just continue to land. Xun making good on the commitment to Nidale in the draft. That one going a bit wide. Ruler hooked up. Ruler able to make it out. A massive scatter. Ruler again just needs to continue free frying, but BLGC, they know that they need to back away. The ulti from Zeri is so key to the damage output, and now they see their opportunity to go in once again. The ult not going to be very effective. Ruler still untouched for now. 369 unkillable. Bin just desperate to get to the backline, but again, the knockbacks just keep coming. Ruler wants to keep dealing damage, and JDG are doing everything in their power to keep him safe.
4 seconds until Kanavi. BLG are trying to burn down the Baron because they know he's coming.
Over the wall. Again, the body block there to make sure that Ruler is untouched, but finally a hook's going to land. But no, again, the scatter. They just will not let Ruler drop. JDG so good at protecting the President. The President's about to rain hell onto the front line of BLG, but Elk ready now to fire back. Red and white, but they're still going to fight anyway. They don't give a damn. Ruler backed up by the team again, finding a way into the fight. JDG are just too damn good.
In a display of some of the best team fighting we have ever seen, JDG again will wipe BLG from the map in a 4v5. They support each other so incredibly well. Everyone peeling for the other. Whenever one of their teammates is in danger, someone is there to back them up time and time and time again. First, it's the Mikhail's stance to go aggressive on Elk. As soon as he's down, easy sidestep on the hook. In he goes again, and now JDG have had enough. They are trying to close this one out.
My God. Look at the jungle mid duo there. Knight as well. So much damage just protecting, but now they need to keep Ruler alive. Once again, the knockup is there. The chain CC finally coming in. Maybe they've finally taken Ruler out. They found the angle. They found the shutdown. I thought it was impossible, but finally they will break through the 80 carry. Elk continuing to step forward. Can they keep the fight going? The hook now going in. Knight still standing for now. A double kill for Knight. Knight going golden. He's just too damn strong. He's a triple. He's 9-3. He's got the death cap. He does so much damage, but the Aphelios is there. It has been an Elk breaking through. JDG finding the angle, staying alive in game 3. Lifesteal. On top of the Chemtech Soul. BLG getting mid-prio first. Clean textbook stuff, but it's been again on the flank. Looks like he was spotted briefly. Don't have great vision over the wall, actually. I'm not sure if they can see him, but it's a similar story as they can't see into the pit, trying to burn through this Baron as quickly as possible, but the fight is going to be all that matters. 4K getting lower, desperate to finish this one. Nidale over the wall, and again, the steal coming through. BLG trying to make the impossible possible. Elk on the backside, untouched. Green and white now trying to get out to safety, but he's pulled back into the middle of the team, and the 80 carry is down, so it is all eyes on Bin. Polymorph missing, taken out. Bin needs to get everybody else if they want to win this one, but already the fight falling apart. Will Bin be enough? He's trying to finish off Ruler. Ruler's standing, and at the end of the day, Bin is strong, but he cannot take out JDG.
JDG find the win once more. It was so damn close, but the door is shut, and JDG will take the base.
And JDG reminding us why they are the best team in the LPL. They proved it against BLG once, they'll prove it a second time here. They will prove it a third, and now they can prove the opportunity to be even better than the best seed from the LCK as they will face T1 in the next round.
What an incredible series here from JDG. BLG definitely